This is why people fail at quitting nicotine every single time, and it's not even close. And this is because of the phenomenon I like to call the nicotine delusion. Now, before I explain, it's important to understand that nicotine is uniquely addictive and hard to quit for two reasons. The first is finding the motivation to quit in the first place because people know how difficult it is, how intense the cravings are when you first get off of it. Now, whether you wean down or you're doing a nicotine replacement, at some point you have to cut the cord, and that's a really distressing thought. However, after a day or a couple weeks, those cravings go away and it makes it much more manageable. However, from that point on, you need to avoid it for the rest of your life. Which brings us to the nicotine delusion, which is the belief that after a period of time, you'll be able to control it. So, whether it's in a moment of stress or someone just offers you some, your mind goes to the thought, well, maybe this time it'll be different. And essentially, this never works. The second it goes back into your system, you are right back to where you started, usually after a week or so. Then you're stuck. Once again, you have to summon the motivation to get that first stage of quitting again. You see, the problem with nicotine is the more you use it, the more receptors grow in your brain, kind of like thorny weeds. The problem is they can never die. The best you can do is stop feeding them and let them go dormant. However, if you feed them even the smallest amount, they wake back up like a sleeping giant. Then once again, you're stuck. I've never met anyone who's quit nicotine and didn't say that they feel so much better, and whenever they go back, they highly regret it. So when you're tempted, remember why you quit, remember the nicotine delusion, and that cravings only last a couple of minutes. You can get through it, and unfortunately, in this case, you just have to follow the Nancy Reagan principle of just say no.